Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. My name is Ashley Sparkman, and am here to do another podcast. Welcome to episode 11, where we talk about posting jails and prison, not only in the state of Missouri, but just about everywhere. Now, I am slowly finding out how corrupt truly corrupt the jails and the prison are, I know I just said we start off by talking about those, start off right away. I'm so sorry I have not done a podcast in a while since August 22nd. Let me look to see. Yeah, that's been a total of 2 weeks that I went without doing a podcast. And for that, I'm very, very sorry. I just haven't had much to talk about. There's not been any new information about the stuff that's been really going on behind the jails and the prison. But I thought I'd get on here tonight, that way I don't go ahead and miss another week. I know my notes from last time, let's see, were more of along the lines of especially the ones in prison, in Missouri. Now, I know that I said last time that some of the jails have mold in them, and then they have, some of the prisons have not changed their, very, very little, the jails are taking care of very little to very little amount. It seems to me like what I've learned this year is just about the jails and the prisons is the fact that they make the inmates work. I'm sure they have some of the staff up there work with the cleaning and all that stuff, but it just seems to me that the inmates do more than the actual staff. And I'm not, trying to put anybody, down or whatever, I guess you could say. I'm just saying the fact. It seems to me like there is a lot of stuff that's going on behind the scenes. I'm just not really hearing about it. The public doesn't really hear about it until somebody out there, outside of these prison jails or whatever, talk about it. And the corruption, the amount of corruption is really, really high. If you have a loved one in jail and you know that they know that they're innocent and you know that they're innocent, do something. Call your senator, call your governor, put your voice out there, do something to help the innocent ones. That's what I was saying on the last podcast. I'm trying to encourage y'all to just talk about that. It's okay to talk about this stuff. You just don't want to go too far into get yourself, in trouble or whatever. But as far as I'm concerned, there is a lot of stuff that goes on in these jails and these prisons. Now, with that being said, I know that the inmates up there get fed 3 times a day, but some of the jails feed them at 4 o'clock in the morning for breakfast, 11:30, I believe, 11 or 11:30 for lunch, and then 4:30 for dinner. Now, dinner time for me is that would be way too early, because I don't really eat on time like everybody else does. So it's just, it's a crazy amount of stuff to go through. I mean, if I had to read all the information of all the corruption that goes on in those jails and those prisons, I think I would have a crazy amount of paperwork to go through. You know what I mean? And which is not bad. I'm not saying that's bad or anything. I'm just saying it's really, really difficult for the loved ones of the innocent to get anything done, because the senators and the congressmen or the lawmakers are not helping them. You know, they're not helping get anything done. And first I'm concerned, I hate to say this, but the courts are violating the law. You know, there's no common sense anymore. It's like, as soon as, I don't normally get into politicians and all that, but I'm gonna bring this up for a moment of time. It's just like, I feel like as soon as Joe Biden got into office, common sense went out the door. But in my opinion, it was far out the door before he got even into office, you know. And so a lot of these people don't do what they're told. They're violating the law. They are not doing what they need to do to help our innocent loved ones. They want our innocent loved ones in prison for no freaking reason. I mean, this stuff just irritates me. And because I know that the law was not rewritten. The law has been the same. As far as I'm concerned, if I'm not mistaken, the law has been the same all these years, unless they went in there and they changed the rule book and the law in every courtroom. You know what I mean? I don't read the law that much upon each state. I know it's different. I know every state in the United States have different laws. I get that. I understand that you're a different state. You gotta make different laws. But for Pete's sake, can we make a law stating that the innocent should be allowed to be released as soon as they fight the police and the detectives realize that find out that they're innocent? I look at it this way: we need to make a new law that states that there is no more, or I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. No person is found guilty in the police and in the jail until DNA evidence comes through. Now, if there is no DNA evidence stating that the suspect has done anything wrong or hasn't done anything wrong, if there's no evidence supporting the suspect that he or she has done anything wrong, that's the moment they need to get those release papers signed and let them go. You know, and I know that's a long law, but call your senators, call your governors, get something done, because this crap is not, sorry, excuse my language, this stuff is not going to stop until we Americans stand up for our loved ones. I'm telling y'all, y'all need to stand up. And don't be afraid to put your voice out there. You see all these celebrities and all these actors and actresses and blah, 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 putting their voice out there, but like in a way in music or acting on a show or whatever. They do that because it's called entertainment. But we need to do it because we need to protect our family, especially the ones that are innocent. It is beyond ridiculous that people don't realize that there's so much corruption going on. I'm trying to help y'all wake up. I'm not trying to push it down your throats or anything. But do me a favor. Hit my email box up and let me know what you want me to share on here. And, well, within reason of being nice about it. But like, there is so much stuff out there that I believe that I need to know about what's really going on behind the jails and in prison, because honestly, this stuff needs to be spread out everywhere. And I'm not saying all, police officers or judges or attorneys or lawyers are bad. I'm just saying there's some of them out there that just don't have any common sense anymore. And it's not so much having common sense anymore. It's more of they try to go by the law. They try to not lose their jobs and all that stuff. That's not what I'm saying. People, these police officers need to do more research, more investigation, and all that stuff. They don't need to be charging the innocent with charges or false charges. I know somebody that got a minimum of 5 charges against him right now, and they're all false. And I know another person who has got, I don't know how many charges he had against him or anything like that, but he was sentenced to prison for, over something that he didn't even do, and I mean, it is just beyond ridiculous. There's more innocent inmates in these jails and prisons all over the place, and I've been told that the state of Missouri is one of the worst. And I'm not sure that I believe that because, Missouri's not good for that. But, these other states are by far not any better than they are. You know what I mean? Like Texas, Missouri, Arizona. Well, I don't know much about Arizona. I do know about Tennessee, probably Oklahoma. Guys, I read stories of the innocent inmates in jail and prison through the Innocent Project in Tennessee, Oklahoma, Missouri. I want to say Michigan, Texas. I've read story after story after story saying that, they did do this, and I mean, it's just beyond ridiculous how much crime, in my opinion, if you're charging somebody that's totally innocent for all wrongdoing, you're the one that's making the crime, not the person that's actually sitting in the jail, in the cells, in prison and jail. So anyway, thank you for listening, and I appreciate y'all so very much. I will try my hardest to get more information for you guys, okay? You can hit me up at Sparkman, SPARKMAN, Ashley96@gmail.com, or you can message me, just anywhere, and just comment on my YouTube page. Say, hey, I need to call you. How can I get a hold of you? I got a story I want to share with you. Okay, I encourage you to reach out to me. So, don't be afraid to. So, anyway, I will talk to you guys next week. Alright, bye.